Hello and welcome to Airtricity League TV. I'm Nicola McGeady and I'm joined by Leon Blanche to discuss this week's fixtures. Leon, the first game we're going to talk about is between Bray Wanderers and Sligo Rovers. Now, Sligo are moving up the ladder. They caused some more misery for Dundalk when they beat them. A great win it was for them. And Bray Wanderers, big surprise, they managed to pick up some points. Maybe they can build on this momentum and move onwards and upwards.
Yeah, it was a huge surprise, Bray getting an away win against Drogheda. I mean, I don't think anyone would have foresaw that.
Yeah.
But I suppose if you keep trying and trying again, sometimes it might happen for you. Sligo are the form team in the league. They've actually won 4 out of their last 5, moved themselves up into 4th place in the table. So a remarkable job once again by Paul Cook, a really magnificent manager on a tight budget, it has to be said. But I'm going to go with Sligo here, 8-13 for the away win, 4-1 for Bray, and 12-5 the draw. Maybe Bray, they should get a little bit of confidence, Nicola, as you said, a big win against Drogheda. But I just think Sligo at the minute on a good run. They want to keep this going, and I fancy them to take all 3 points.
Okay, then UCD travelled to Oriel Park to play Dundalk. Now Dundalk have been through a bit of a rough period with a string of bad results. UCD are also coming off back of a losing result. Do you think this is going to be a tight encounter?
Yeah, this is a big game for both clubs. I think Dundalk really need a win. They really do need a win. They've slipped down to 6th place in the table.
They were first for so long. And
then no wins in 4, so the pressure is starting to come on now to the young manager, Ian Foster. Little bit of a mix-up. Neil Fenn retired from football. Now he's signed for Shamrock Rovers, so I'm sure the Dundalk fans won't be happy with that. But UCD would have been very disappointed losing at home against Galway. That was a major setback. So they'll want to rebound, get a good performance in. 10-11 Dundalk, 5-2 UCD, and 9-4 the draw. I'm just going to go with Dundalk here. It was a better performance against Sligo, even though they lost 1-0 away. If they can take that back to Oriel with a good home support, they might just have enough to see off the students. So 10-11 for me, Dundalk to get all 3 points.
Well, there's a big distinction between the next two teams, St. Pat's and Drogheda. St. Pat's are at the top of the table, and Drogheda are possibly going to be the new Bray Wanderers after being a horrible defeat against them last time out and a surprise defeat. Is this going to be an easy win for St. Pat's?
Yeah, you would imagine so, and I'm going to go with this as my home banker of the week. St. Pat's fought until the dying seconds against Bohemians, where their efforts were rewarded with a valuable point away from home. It leaves them top of the table. They'll need to win this game and hope that Rovers and Bows can maybe play out a draw, which means the Pats would gain 2 points in a very, very closely fought Premier Division. 15-2 Drogheda goes to show you we don't give them much chance. 3-1 the draw. No, this is a home win all the way at 1-3.
Okay, and finally this is the big one of the weekend. All eyes are going to be on this fixture between Rovers and Bows, and perhaps it's going to be an insight maybe onto who's going to clinch the title at the end.
Yeah, well, these two, Nicola, as you know, were neck and neck all the way last year. They're right up there again. Bows are 2 points behind Rovers with a game in hand, so there's nothing between these two sides, and the betting reflects it. 13-8 Rovers because they're at home, 6-4 Bows, slight favourites, and the draw 2-1. I think Shamrock Rovers are going to go into this game and view it as a 6-pointer. I really feel that they'll want to win this home match and give themselves a little bit of a cushion ahead of Bohemians. The champions Bows are going to be devastated with conceding that late goal against St. Pat's. It's a massive 2 points to drop, so this is the reason I'm going to go for a home win and Shamrock Rovers. We already mentioned Neil Fenn. He could make the difference, and it's, football is made of all these types of stories, players leaving, going to a different club, making their debuts, whatever else. This game could be set up for Fenn to come off the bench and probably nick a winner. Twig is a superstar, there's no doubt about it up front for Rovers. Keep him fit, they've got a real chance of winning the league. But I just have a slight suspicion that Fenn could make massive headlines come the weekend. Imagine Fenn comes out of retirement, scores the winner in a top of the table clash. The newspapers have already got their headline off me. So I'm going with Rovers 13-8 to win this close encounter.
Okay, and I guess a lot of people will be wondering how the outright betting is going to go. I'm sure it's very tight at the top. Yeah,
it is very tight at the top, Nicola. Bohemians are the favourites because they have the experience. They're 6-5. Having played a game less than Rovers and Pats, they're on 40 points. Rovers are the clear second favourites at 8-5. They're 2 points clear of Bows, but having played one more game. And it's 5-1 St. Pat's, who are on the same number of points with a better goal difference than Shamrock Rovers. So, this is brilliant. This is what the Airtricity, I'm sure, would have wanted as sponsors of the league, to have 3 big clubs going neck and neck all the way to the finish line. I'm sticking with Shamrock Rovers. I think this is their year. I think if they, as I've already mentioned in the piece earlier, if they keep Twig fit, he could be the difference between winning and losing this league. And it's a massive game this weekend. Like, if Rovers can win this match, it will just give them a little bit of a cushion ahead of Bohemians. And if you fancy Rovers to win the league, back them before they play Bows, because if they beat Bows, that 8-5 will be long gone. There'll be an odds-on chance. So I'm going to go with Shamrock Rovers at 8-5 to win the league.
So there you have it. Leon's backing Shamrock Rovers, and for all the latest odds, go to boylesports.com.